I sure do hope people are ready for what's about to happen. It is incoming, and we're going to talk about it next here on Prepper Nation. Welcome to Prepper Nation. I am John. Thank you very much for watching, for shooting a thumbs up, and for hitting the subscribe button here on the platform. It is truly appreciated. It helps the next person find the channel, find the latest video, all that jazz. Also, Tiffany R., thank you very much for sponsoring the Mean Bean this morning. All right, let's get straight into it. It's all about to change. As a matter of fact, I think I will title the video, "It is all about to change," or something, the equivalent of. And spare me the fear porn this morning, okay? Sometimes you gotta ride that fine line to get your video found, but look, save it. Save it this morning because I'm bringing receipts. As a matter of fact, the article that I'm gonna be covering in this video, I will link down below. In the video description, it'll say Intel, all caps, and then there will be a link straight to, this article. Comes from the WEEF, the Economic Forum of our world. Um, and I'm going to give you the headline here: Why we need an everything, everywhere, all at once approach for financing nature. I know. Sounds like a Kamala Harris speech, right, son? Um, this one's no good. It came out only a few days ago. And we're going to go over the high points, low points here, whatever you want to call them. And then I'm going to explain to you what everything actually means, at least my perspective of it. Of course, you're welcome to leave comments and things like that, okay? So we can cover it later on this afternoon. So they go on to say climate crisis mitigation is needed by 2030. They use the year 2030 in this a whole lot. What we're seeing is panic and the fast tracking of many agendas that they wanted to execute by 2030, because we need to understand, and people will debate me on this, and I really don't care, to be honest with you. You're welcome to your opinion. I'm welcome to mine, right? It's how it works. I don't mean that in a hateful way, but I'm just saying I really hate those comments. The we've are actually good people. The we've are here to help everybody. What's wrong with 15-minute cities? Well, again, you're entitled to your own opinion, but there's an agenda. It's posted to the Weave's own website and it's laid out, and they're trying to accomplish things by 2030. And these are not very good people. These are not inherently honest to goodness people. These are very, very evil, evil people. Some will call them Nazis, some will call them Satanists, some will call them globalists. I really don't care what you call them. That's not important as long as you understand they don't have your best interest in mind or my best interest, okay? And they're trying to accomplish something by 2030 and they're way behind. I do think Trump threw him behind a bit. That's personal opinion on my part, speculatory on my part. But they're trying to fast track things, okay? So they go on to say, and this is a direct quote, this is a final warning for humanity. Like we haven't heard that for the last 30 years or however long it's been since Al Gore created this thing. He's kind of like Ron Hubbard when he created Scientology out of thin air, right? To me, that has no merit either. And I'm sorry if you're a Scientologist, it just doesn't. This has no merit. It was created by Al Gore. You know, I don't, who knows how he created it. Sitting in a living room, cigar room, again, doesn't matter, on somebody's yacht. They go on to say, and these are the bullet points, but again, the article is linked down below if you want to check it out and read through it. It's painful. I will tell you that right now. I've taken one for the team this morning. They want to address social, economic, and environmental challenges by the year 2030 because, again, they're way behind. They want to provide human biodiversity benefits. They want to introduce green financial products by the year 2030, biodiversity credits by the year 2030, and sustainable supply chains by the year 2030. And again, the headline, it's all about the change, why we need an everything. This is very important. Everything, everywhere, all at once approach. All right. And they make a reference to the UN's acceleration agenda, which you can pull up online if you're extremely bored, also to be executed by the year 2030. That's been the plan for some time. So let me break this down as an old country boy. All right, because if you go and you read that article, what you're going to find, it is like 4 or 5 pages length of word salad. It's like having Kamala Harris explain it to you, and I may not be as articulate as heels up, as some of y'all call her, but I'm going to try and break it down on my level. Hopefully, some of y'all are on my level. Some of you are like, man, what you over there drinking, son? So to break down the word salad, there are 4 things, 4 initiatives that they are trying to execute, and they're telling you in the wide open. Again, they're just disguising it with fancy wording, you know. Um, they want to ban carbon emissions. They want gasoline engines gone. They don't want you burning anything. Um, they don't want you eating meat. They don't want you farming. They don't want you to have any sort of contact with carbon. Carbon's a bad word here in 2023. They want to initiate 15-minute cities. There's still some people out there who are gaslit that don't believe that. Go read the article. All right. Google it. Pull up a list of cities that have already signed up for the 15-minute micro city initiative or whatever it's called. It's run by the Clinton Foundation. Just so you know, I'm just throwing that out there. Again, Google it. They want to initiate an all digital currency by the year 2030. Not that that's any surprise to most of you, and a social credit score of some type. I'm not interested. I'm just throwing it out there this morning. I'm not interested in any of the above. These people do not represent me. They do not speak for me. I'm not interested. Um, when it comes to the Weave, I honestly don't know if it's about the money, if it's about power and control, or if they're trying to install a beast system. I've heard all 3 in chat, and I could sit here and make an argument for all 3, and I think I can make a decent argument. For example, it's all about the money. These people love money. They obsess over money. It's the root of all evil, after all. And there's some mega corporations that are in bed with the WEEF, global corporations that can't seem to get enough money. But me personally, I think once you have so much money, it's not about the money anymore. The money doesn't represent buying cars, buying houses anymore, paying off debt. These people have no debt. The money for them, they look at this as power and control. We are able to run the lives of others now because we have set amount of money. And of course, they could be installing a beast system. I'm not going to discredit that because I've seen that comment multiple times here at Prepper Nation, and it seems to line up. It seems to make sense. It seems as though they want to install a one world government, one world currency, and start slapping the mark on people, if you know what I'm saying. Um, but I do know that I need absolutely nothing from the Weave. Nothing. I'm at that stage in my life. Um, I don't need their advice on how to save the planet because I am under the opinion of it's not going to be over by 2030. I happen to believe that we've been fed alive for the past, whatever it is, 30 plus years. I'm not very fluent on Al Gore, when he came in office, when he dreamed this up or whatever. I just know he's one of the people behind it or the mouthpiece for it. I don't need their advice. I don't need their permission to live my life freely. And I don't need their credit, their social credit system. I'm not going to be shamed into keeping my mouth shut, so to speak. There will always be other platforms. There will always be other ways, even if it's paper and pencil, you know, even if it comes down to that, something as crude as that. Go buy a printing press, a small printing press, or a Xerox machine that has no internet connectivity and cut it loose, so to speak. I'm not above it. But I don't need their social credit. I don't need their advice. I don't need their permission. I don't need any of that. Our world is about to change, though. And this is a reality that a lot of people need to come to terms with. I'm not specifically pointing at preppers, okay? We know zombies are asleep. We know most of them are not gonna get it. They're probably never gonna get it, right? But I think some preppers don't understand the level in which our world is about to change between now and 2030. All right. They are going to push these things like it or not. Hopefully you've prepped for that. Hopefully you've prepped to the point where you don't need a 15-minute sitting. Hopefully you've prepped to the point where if things go all digital currency wise, you have workarounds, things of this nature. And hopefully you have prepped in a way that when they come to you and they say, "Hey, this is the new program," you can offer them the one finger salute. Because I'm gonna tell you this right now, and I'm gonna go on record. I'm gonna say this because I'm petty in this way. I really am. When I put my mind to something, it's either gonna happen or not gonna happen, depending on what that something is. If they try to force me on this new globalist agenda to get in line and play ball, they will at that point create Thomas Paine 2.0. I ain't playing on that. All right. There are contingency plans in place. If I'm ghosted from here, the message will still get out there somehow. I've already got stuff in place. I've reached the point where I'm trying not to get fired up about it, okay? But these people are evil, they're thieves, and they're killers, and I'm not dealing with it. All right, I'm just not. I'm not going to get in line, especially if it's pack of Satanists, okay? And they have a plan. I'm not on board with that. I'm not taking your mark, son. Not going to do it. I'm just that is a line I will not cross. I will be prepared in such a way that I don't need it. But I've reached the point as a person where I've set back and I'm like, is it really still my job to get on here, on the tube, whatever, the YouTube, boob tube, whatever y'all calling it, in 2023, right? And wake up the zombies because I still want to. I hope the message gets out when we're talking about prepping, because you never know who's going to stumble upon these videos. Somebody might see a video here and they're like, you know what? 9/11 doesn't make sense now that he mentioned it. And maybe they start digging around and maybe they wake up. I'm not saying they will, they probably won't, but you never know. But I've reached the point here on YouTube where I'm questioning, is it my job to wake up the zombies or is it my job to wake up the lines? The people that are already awake that just need to be inspired to say, hell no, we're not on board with this and we never will be because we need people doing that. Hopefully, y'all understand what I'm saying this morning. We need people to stand up and say enough's enough. I won't be eating the bugs, not doing it. I know that that's a fancy punchline, and they've said this in interviews. You will own nothing and you will be happy. Not interested in that lifestyle. Beat it, son. You will eat the bugs. No, the bugs will eat you first, son. If you come here and you try to push that on me, you will be eaten by the bugs. I'm not eating bugs. That's not what I'm put on this planet to do. All right. So anyway, give me your thoughts if you don't mind. Live chat, replay crowd, because we will have a rundown video today at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I would love to know what your thoughts are on this. You should have time, especially the replay crowd, to go in. Again, it's tough sledding. I ain't gonna lie to you, but to go in, read this article, kind of break it down in your head. What are you getting from this article? Did I misread it entirely? I don't think I did, but if I did, let me know. And I'll see y'all at 3. Take care and God bless.